Practicums, week 7, Rose Payne. Hello, Scott. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Good. Last week we put together your treatment plan, and the two problems were your the relationship. Your anger has caused people in your family to step away from you in a sense.
hmm
Oh, Scott, I see that you're emotional. Are you crying a little bit?
Yeah, when you mentioned how caused my family to, step away from me.
You got a tear there. You need some Kleenex.
Yeah, I got a little choked up just thinking about it.
I'm sorry. Did something happen recently, or I should say,
Well, no, there was this time where, you know, I realized that my ex-wife really didn't want to be around me because I was upset a lot. I made it hard for her to, I guess, coexist with me, so to speak. She said I was always complaining. I was just never pleased.
besides the struggle that you endured with your ex-wife, were there other family members or friends that that moved away from you because of your extreme anger? Or you could give me an example of.
Well, my uncle, he used to, we were real close and whatnot, and he just, I guess, lost interest in our relationship because how I was, I guess, I overreacted to a situation at a family function.
Would you like to go into detail about what exactly happened?
Well, you know, don't really care for my uncle's new wife since my aunt passed. She's the only aunt that I knew. And in in my defense, I had been drinking, and I just she tried to speak to me, and I was already being emotional because I was thinking about my aunt that had passed, and you know it really wasn't her who was the problem. It was the fact that my aunt wasn't around, and I saw my uncle with her, and I just felt like my aunt should have been there.
Was there something that she said to you that rubbed you the wrong way, or something that happened, or something that your uncle said that rubbed you the wrong way? And then what
Well, I
actually
guess
happened?
okay. Well, it was something. It was so petty when I think about it. Her yeah, she said, you know, my aunt used to really cook a lot. She was a really great cook, and she was most known for her macaroni and cheese. And my uncle's new wife decided to, you know, this is his only his second year bringing her to this family reunion. And so the first year she didn't bring anything, but this time, you know, she brought the macaroni and cheese. And me being who I am, I said, "This ain't got nothing on Aunt Patty's." And she said, "Well, I might not be able to please everybody, but I can, I can please your uncle." And my uncle said he kind of agreed with her, and I didn't really care for that because I felt as if he was just forgetting about my Aunt Patty. Like, dude, you had kids with my Aunt Patty. How do you just like? It's like he kind of like just disowned her. So I felt, and I said, I got a little disrespectful. I said, well, nobody asked you to be here anyway or make any macaroni and cheese because it's not as good as my aunt's. And then my uncle pulled me to the side and said, your anger and where you just explode and you can't control, with you not being able to control your emotions, that's not basically. He was trying to say that that's not how we operate, and he was kind of ashamed to see me like that, and for him to push himself away from me and pull himself away from me, I should say. For that to happen, it kind of it was an eye opener.
So did that situation at your uncle's house, did that re what was the end result between you and your uncle's um,
Wife.
wife?
Oh, she stormed out crying and saying how I'm just disrespectful, and I said some things. Well, I don't gotta respect you because you not my Aunt Patty. It was just it just wasn't.
Let's look at this situation full circle. Besides your uncle getting remarried, or I don't want to assume anything. I just want you to try to process this situation when it comes to your own situation. Did that have any effect on you? Just your uncle being remarried, and was this when you were with your wife, or did you, or this is just? I know you are just recently divorced. Is this at the separation
This was
period?
kind of around that time.
Were you trying to be with your uncle to kind of be comforted by him, spend more time with him? Was that
Yeah, and you know, my Aunt Patty, she really loved my ex-wife, and you know, his new wife. Everybody loved my ex-wife. She was great, and the new wife, Sylvia, she she loved her too. And I guess I felt like I didn't have anybody who was going to be right there to love me. I guess because my wife's not there, my Aunt Patty's not there, and my uncle's not there because Sylvia's got him. Who's got me? Nobody. That's that. It's that feeling of overwhelmed.
how was the what's the how's the relationship between you and your uncle right now currently?
we haven't. Well, like this past football season, every Sunday, same ritual. He's either at my house or I'm at his house watching football. You know, it's something that me, him, and my dad, his brother, did. You know, coming up, and that tradition just stayed the same. And after the episode, I haven't been back over there. He hasn't come to my house.
Would you like to rebuild that relationship between you and your
Yes,
uncle?
yes.
Well, since we're targeting the problem of you pushing family members away from your extreme anger, we can definitely visit that if you like. We can definitely incorporate that into the treatment plan. Maybe somewhere down the line, your uncle might want to come in and participate with you, to support you through your therapy. Does that sound like something you might want to do, or something he would be willing to do?
I could. I'm. I'm. You know, my uncle is a pretty open-minded guy and real down to earth. So I would assume so. I'll just have to run it by him, and
That's great. Were there any? I know. I mean, excuse me. I don't know. Have there been other times between friends or family members that you had good friends
oh,
that you don't
I
talk to anymore because of being getting angry?
um tried to date shortly after the separation, and I found myself always comparing. You know, I'm holding a lot of anger in towards, I guess, towards women because of how my ex wife, how things transpired with us.
So you're having a problem getting back on to the
Dating
dating
scene.
scene.
Yeah.
I feel that that is normal.
And,
You were bonded to someone for 7, or excuse me, y'all was married for how long again?
5 years we were together for 7.
So I think that that's normal.
Yeah. But, I'm just like, just real, just snappy. And, this one young lady in question, she's a real sweet girl. We were friends, prior to anything. She was never inappropriate when I was married. We just happened to take the friendship to the next level, and I kind of regret doing that because, my anger really just, I put my hands on her, and
How far into were you all actually
just
dating or
we were
together?
dating. Everything was great. We were starting to really get closer, and I guess I just thought that she was lying about something, and my insecurities from my previous